Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I'm Cody from AI Tech Hub, and today we are tackling an absolutely massive topic in the tech world. What exactly is Docker? And, why does literally every single developer keep talking about it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? Well, let's dive right in and completely demystify this whole concept together. We're going to break this down step by step so you walk away with a crystal clear understanding.
To really grasp what Docker is actually trying to solve, let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever tried moving apartments? Just take a second and think back to that incredibly stressful day. It's a massive logistical nightmare, right? You've got all these completely different, totally unique things, your couch, super delicate dishes, clothes, tons of heavy books, and you have to get them from your old place into a moving truck and then out into your new place totally intact. I want you to keep that image of moving in your head, because it's honestly the absolute perfect way to understand the core problem of transporting really complex things efficiently.
Now imagine if you decided to just, throw everything loose straight into that moving truck. It'd be total chaos. As the truck bounces down the road, stuff shifts around, your delicate things break, and all those little items just get completely lost in the dark corners of the truck bed. A total disaster. But consider the alternative. If you pack everything into standardized boxes, suddenly it doesn't even matter what truck you use or how bumpy the road gets. The boxes stack perfectly, they protect what's inside, it just works. Every single time, without fail.
So that whole moving analogy, that is exactly what Docker brings to software. Standardized boxes. Instead of just throwing all your loose application files, crazy configurations, and random libraries onto a host operating system and just crossing your fingers that they don't break or conflict during deployment, Docker acts as this brilliant system of standardization. It literally brings that perfect, stackable order we just talked about in the physical world directly into the digital world. It wraps up your software so it's perfectly, reliably portable. And in the software world, we actually call these standardized boxes containers. A container is, simply put, a standardized digital box that packages up your app and absolutely everything it needs to run. Look at it this way. You wouldn't pack a lamp in one box but leave its lampshade and light bulb loose somewhere else, right? Docker ensures your application never travels without its essential connected pieces. It packs the whole shebang up neatly, securely, and super efficiently into one unified container.
So what exactly goes into this magical box? Well, inside the container, you pack your code, your specific environment settings, and all your system dependencies. For those of you out there building complex systems, you know exactly how critical this is. We're talking about the actual application logic, the exact runtime environment, system tools, libraries, the binaries it relies on, all of it. Every single thing the execution environment demands is isolated and grouped together right in this one, all-in-one package. No loose items left behind, and absolutely zero dependency conflicts.
And because everything your app needs is securely packed inside, it unlocks something truly revolutionary for us: hardware independence. That container runs exactly the same across a whole variety of environments. Like, you can run it on your personal laptop while you're developing. Then you can hand it right off to your teammate's completely different laptop. Or you can deploy it to some massive, super powerful server in the cloud for production. The hardware and the underlying operating system might change entirely, but honestly, the container simply doesn't care. Everything it needs to survive is already packed safely inside its own little isolated world.
Which brings us to a really notorious pain point. If you've spent any time at all in tech, you've either said this yourself or heard it 1,000 times. Well, it worked on my machine. It's like the classic developer excuse, right? When an app miraculously works perfectly on the creator's computer, but then spectacularly fails the exact second it lands on a colleague's machine, or worse, a live production server. But here's the beauty of it. Because Docker gives us that incredible cross-platform consistency, by packing everything into those standardized boxes, we completely eliminate this headache. No more excuses. Your machine, their machine, the massive server. It is all exactly the same to the container. So here is your absolute ultimate payoff, the big takeaway you really need to remember from this explainer today. If it runs in the container, it runs anywhere. Period. People sometimes look at this flawless cross-platform consistency and think it's, some sort of dark art or this impossibly complex system. But it's really not magic. It is just really, really good packing. You've packed your digital box perfectly so it can go on literally any truck, anywhere in the world, and arrive in perfect working condition.
Which leaves us with a final question for you today. Did you find this explainer helpful? And are you ready to subscribe to AI Tech Hub for our next concept? We break down a new, complex concept in every single explainer, giving you the direct, structured insights you need to stay way ahead of the curve. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on.
The next time someone on your team complains about their code suddenly breaking on a new server, ask yourself, are they still just throwing loose items into the back of a bouncing truck? Or is it finally time for them to start packing in boxes? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we will catch you next time.